preceding chapter, the objective meditation was discussed. The concept of meditation in Vedanta is talked about, highlighting that it is not about forcing the mind to concentrate for long periods, but rather about achieving a state of mindfulness and concentration for shorter periods. Swamiji explained that the purpose of Vedanta is to understand the ultimate reality, Brahman, and that meditation is a tool to help achieve this understanding. That is the difference between the yogic teaching and the path of meditation and the Vedantic meditation. This is a technique that can be practiced. The big difference between yogic meditation and Vedantic meditation is that in Vedantic meditation, you take an object, concentrate on that, and then you're actually concentrating on Brahman because you're going behind that to the core of that object. One concentrates on the inner self. The first shloka says that it is possible to know Brahman, which is hidden in the cave of the heart, by differentiating it from the five sheaths that hide Brahman. The second shloka talks about the five sheaths. In the second shloka, the five koshas are summarized. The mind is behind or within the Pranamaya Kosha. Karta means Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is your personality. Swamiji talked in length about the personality, how the personality is built, and how we struggle to maintain that personality. Our personality makes our behavior patterns predictable. Without that, we can be labeled as having a personality disorder. Vidyaranya Munis uses the single word karta to talk about the Vijnanamaya Kosha. He is the doer, he is the maker of all actions, good and bad. The concept of Panchakoshas explains the sheaths that cover the ultimate reality, Brahman. The koshas are arranged in a specific sequence, with the physical body being the outermost kosha and the Anandamaya Kosha being the innermost. Our subject starts with the Vedic mantra from Taittiriya Upanishad of Yajurveda. The author says, you can know Brahman in your own cave of your heart, in your own intelligence, in your own mind. One enters into the Brahman, the core of the five sheaths, through discrimination or separation of the five sheaths or koshas. Each kosha has its own characteristics and limitations, and understanding these limitations is key to realizing the ultimate reality. The koshas are a crucial concept in Vedanta, and understanding their sequence and characteristics is essential to realizing the ultimate reality. The physical body, the Annamaya Kosha, is the outermost kosha, followed by the Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. The Anandamaya Kosha is particularly significant as it is associated with the experience of relaxation and enjoyment. Understanding the Annamaya Kosha can help us realize the ultimate reality, Brahman, and achieve a state of balance and equilibrium. This is the balanced condition of Trigunas. That, that relaxation is bhokta. That is Anandamaya Kosha. It is at the deeper level. Love with dedication, with samarpanam, is called devotion. That is why the Upanishad directly takes us and connects us with God in our heart. Swamiji talked about Param Puja Shivananji Maharaj, who was a great yogi and who had the capacity to shut out everything worldly in spite of working in the physical world around him. The class concluded with an explanation of the first two shlokas, which introduced the concept of Panchakoshas and the sequence of koshas. The third shloka will discuss how each kosha is not the ultimate reality, Brahman. By understanding the sequence and characteristics of the kosha, we can gain a deeper understanding of the ultimate reality, Brahman, and achieve a state of mindfulness and concentration. Swamiji concluded with that. Hari Om.
Shudismritipuranam karunalayam namami bhagavatpadam shankaram lokashankaram shankaram shankaracharyam keshavam badarayanam सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Namasre Shankarananta Gurupadam Bhujanmane Savilasa Mahamoha Grahagrasaika Karmane Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. How these koshas, Panchakoshas, are not Atma. These koshas are Anatma. It means it cannot be Atma as it is. So this is very important to understand some logic, some trick to separate these five koshas from the actual realization, actual experience of Atma. So once this confusion is discarded, then the realization as it is already there, we can experience it. That is the idea here. So we have seen, we have already know these five koshas, and the second sloka just introduced that which are the forms of five koshas. So this I already told you, this five kosha is conceptual koshas. It means it's for the purpose of contemplation. It's not that there the actual five sheaths, five layers, five covers are there in Atma. Because when we think about this, it is easy to think that there are five layers or five covers. So it comes to the mind, like that, because mind always wants to take easy job. So it is very easy for mind to think that this is one cover, this is second cover, like that. So actually this is we are just contemplating like that. We know that Atma cannot be covered, because inside and outside, within, everywhere Atma exists. So how can it be covered or can be opened? So this should be remembered. But the main purpose of Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, introducing these five koshas, I told you, Yo Veda Nihidam Guhaya. To know Atma, who is the indweller of our hearts. So to just bring that idea, Yo Veda Nihidam Guhaya, Parame Vyoman. So there is a cave. We meditate on that. This cave is also for the purpose of contemplation. We need to contemplate, concentrate. So remember this purpose, and then the sequence, what we are going to talk, and with that we'll get the correct understanding, and understanding in the sense it's actually practice, because here understanding is as a basic understanding you already have. Only we have to remove misunderstandings, confusions. Then this is actual practice. So when we think about body, physical body, what we should think? When we think about mind, prana, what we should think about prana, what we should think about mind. Here we don't say there is no mind, there is no body, no. This should not be there. Because here we accept body as seen in Vyavahara, in our life, what we are seeing and experiencing. Accepting that, we are contemplating on that. This is the difference between. So we can just as very usual in Vedanta, you can just deny there is no body, though no mind. Yeah, that's also there. That's also one meditation technique is there. That is different. That is Neti Neti. But this particular technique is very useful for people who are with the identification of body, what living with body and practicing. They are not in samadhi. They are not like sannyasins or swamins. Like they just live with all these activities. So then, how can we differentiate? So the Vedanta should come in practice. So that is the idea, the basic idea of Upanishad. Particularly this part of Upanishad Taittiriya, we are seeing it. So Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma, that is Surupa Lakshanam of Brahma. Then comes Yo Veda Nihidam Guhaya Parame Vyoma. So we take up the third shloka, how each kosha, the first kosha is Annamaya Kosha. So we know what is Annamaya Kosha. This is described in Tattva Bodha and Atma Bodha. Therefore, now we will not discuss in detail, because you know what is body. You know from your studies, and you know from your experience, everything you know. So what you don't know is that the difference, how to differentiate or disconnect the identification, misidentification. So that we are going to learn here. Pidrubhuktanna jadviryat jado neneva vardhate dehassonnamayo natma prakchordham tadabhavataha. So Pitra Bhukta Annad Viryad Jato Annenaiva Vardhate. Dehaha so Annamayo. Dehaha so Annamaya. This Deha, this body is Annamaya. How? Because it is produced from the Pitra Bhukta Annad. Produced from the blood and flesh of the food taken by parents. Pitra Bhukta Anna Annajad. So with Pitra Bhukta Annajad, Virya is the seed, so from which the body is formed. The Jado, Annenaiva vardhate. And it is sustained by the intake of the food. It is produced by the process and of the food or the essence of the food, and it is sustained by the intake of the food. Annenaiva vardhate. So this is the character. Now, if something is produced from food and sustained by food, then we have to say it is the production of food or the manifestation of food. That is the theory. Cause and effect theory says. So the cause, the material cause of any object will be there, and from which it is the product is produced, and then if that is sustained by that, it means this is that object is nothing but the cause. It means this body, physical body, is nothing but food and its manifestation. So this we know from the science and other subjects of or parts of the theory, so that we know that. So that is called, therefore it is called Annamaya, formed out of food. So that is called Annamaya. And now that's okay. Now this Annamaya is not Atma. You see, it is very simple. This Annamaya, because it is a production of Anna, production of food, eaten food, cannot be Atma. That we know, because we can't think, we need food. Food is essential for our life, but we cannot think that I am food. No, we can only think I need food for my life, for my sustainability, but we can't think that I am food, or without food I have no life. So we can't think like that. It means we already know this manifestation of food called as deha, body, is not me. Physical body is not me. But actually what happens, whenever we think about ourselves, we think and identify with the body, because our mental connection with the body makes the bodily identification as Atma. As I said, no, mind takes very easy jobs. So it is very easy for mind to think you are body, because without body you have no life. That is what we hear, we see everywhere. So this misidentification become a problem when something happen to body and the changes takes place in body. We say, oh, this is happening. If you have a problem in your stomach, you have some problem in your head, or in your problems in your food, or wherever, what we think, I have this problem, I am having this. So this is the point where we are unknowingly, or we can say in the level of subconscious mind, we are connecting it. It's only a connection. Since it is connection, it can be disconnected, because each connection is subject to disconnection. You know, all the relations wherever you relate, so the relations are temporary, they are disconnected. So if this is a connection, what connection is this? This connection is the connection between mind and the body. The manifestation of food is connected with the mind. And now mind says, you are this body, because without this body, you have no life. So this is a connection happened. So when now we will see that why it is sustained like that, why it is happening. We will further see with the prana and Vijna Pranamaya Kosha and all other, they are there behind. But this is the only problem we have with. Having body is not a problem. Having body is a natural process, let it be there, because you have your house, you have your vehicle, you have your things around you, you are using those, and whenever you need to use, you use it. You have all relations. This is only for your life. It's connected with the life. But there is no need to identify with those. So when you are in a house, you don't have to think that I am house. No. So this is like that. So therefore, deha so annamaya na atma. This is not atma. Now, a simple reason, no, just giving logic, simple logic. Prakcha urdhvam cha tadabhavatah. Prakcha urdhvam cha tadabhavatah. It means this body, the physical body, does not exist either before birth or after birth. So prak cha urdhvam cha tadabhavada. This you know, when you ask your parents, they say you were not there before. You were born in such and such date. So you accept it. So you know this. Before that birth date, you were not there. That is what we think. Okay. So therefore we celebrate. Now I told you, in the last class, how can we celebrate birthday? Till today I don't understand how we celebrate birthday, because there is no proof that you are born. So that we will discuss later, because it's all these all makes our confusion, because our Vedanta is now people we are trying to learn, but they think Vedanta is not for the normal people, because they don't want to leave all these things. They don't want to forget all these things. If they don't celebrate their birthday, and in our time, no, in our villages, if somebody is not celebrating their birthday very well, people used to say, oh, he is a Vedanti, or she is a Vedanti, is like that. So that those days we could not understand, but we thought, okay, with some problem is there, because she is or he is not celebrating birthday. It means this is accepted that you have to do this. Now you see, every birthday when you celebrate, what do you think? Oh, I was born such a years before, and now I am this year old, and people are accepting me, and they are accepting the community is accepting you, or you are born. So you also accept, I am born with this body, and that's all. So every time you are revising it. Now, since for 60, 50, 40, 80, 90 years, you are repeating in this. Just we can leave 2-3 years, because 2-3 years we don't remember the first 2 or 3 years. So these many repetitions, what it makes strong sanskaras. Now, if you want to try to leave that, is not possible, because your sanskara becomes strong. Now people ask, no, now if we want to celebrate, what we should do? Now what you can do is, when you celebrate, okay, you want to celebrate, your family want to celebrate your birthday, that's okay, fine. But that day you have to think like that, I have no birth, I am Atma, But people want to celebrate a day for me, so they are celebrating. No, it should be very clear in that day, especially on that day. If you can give a lecture on this Vedanta and this subject on that particular day, would be very nice, because people all will think and slowly they will stop celebrating your birthday. So that would be nice if you could do that. There are songs and like that, birthday songs in Sanskrit like that. So yes, it is true, because we have to remember like that. And this connection, now you know that we just made it, for the celebration we made it. So actual situation is prakcha urdhvam cha tadabhavataha. This body was not there with you, it was not existing either before, after, or after death. So that's the thing. So which has come in between. Now you see the other reason we can play here is, which has come between only as much as it is a material, is a made of matter, material. Okay. And it cannot be identified with Atma. Since the body's existence is 100% material, made of matter. Material, I mean by matter. It is made of matter, Prakriti. Now, it cannot be identified as Atma, but the identification is there. So, this process we have to practice. Now, what can be the practice? So, discrimination of the body, that this body is perishable, it is dying and changing every moment. So when you eat food, before eating food, just contemplate on Atma and do prayers and think, this food is not me, this is for this body, to maintain this body, I am taking this food. Okay, this is the prayer we do. We usually do the prayer before food. We in our religion, we have this practice. So before that prayer, so that prayer makes this connection identified. Because when you are so much interested to eat food, you are so much connected to eat food, and mind is applied there, body is applied there. You want to taste that food. So in that particular moment, because your brain is so active to consume that food. Okay, so that particular time, if you stop for a moment and do some prayers, it will make the difference. Because each day, at least while taking food, before taking food, you remember this. And we have another thing, while taking also we have some prarthana, some mantras. That is traditionally we do, but in normal sense you can do. Before taking food, just think, this is my body is Annamaya Kosha, and this Annamaya Kosha body needs this nourishment, so I am taking this, that's all. Okay, so then these, what would happen, what food you take, it will go to your body and it will help you in the meditation and contemplation and other things. It means the food will make you sattvic. So this is the all concept of sattvic. Sattvic, we say some food are sattvic and rajasic and all those stories, but the actual reason behind the sattvic vritti is this, the mind applied there. So what type of meditation you do that before taking the food? Because in us, I quoted from Chandogya Upanishad, we are remembering this, that the food we take, the subtle part of that food, yo anishto dhatuhu tan manaha, it says Chandogya Upanishad. So the subtlest part of that food become mind. So now the subtlest part, sukshma, is that what you think while taking food. And the taste and other thing is, of course, it's also included, which has some effect. But the positivity of mind and the energy that mind creates there, and how you eat that. The same food can be tamasic if you eat in that certain situation. So the situation makes mind and then connection with the sattvic and rajasic, tamasic, like that. So therefore we have to contemplate on this prapcha urdhvam cha tadabhavataha. This is the reason he have given. Now this is little more further explained in next shloka. Purva janmanya sat nechet janma sampadayet katham bhavi janmanya satkarma na bhunjiteha sanchitam. Another famous logic used in Vedanta for this connection with the discrimination of identification and misidentification and all those. So what it says, Purva Janmani Asat Netat Janma Sampadayet Katham. If this body did not exist in the previous birth, so now he is connecting with the previous birth. So how this body came? So Purva Janmani Asat Netat. If this body, present body, was not existing before or previous birth, then how could it come to existence now at present? It means without cause, without a previous stage, it cannot be produced. So that we know, anything is produced, it is produced from a cause. The cause will be there for the production. So the cause is the previous birth of the effect. So the rebirth concept is only this much. So the cause of your present body is already there. So we call it as previous existence. That is called previous birth. You carry something in each body, and each body is made newly in each birth. The physical part of body is made, but the causal part of that is already existing. So this is how it goes, no? You have milk, and then after that, out of milk you make curd and all other things. So the milk is the previous birth of curd. So curd is a different manifestation, and milk is the cause of that. And still that milk was there in cow. Okay. So when it was in cow, it was in different forms. We can't see it. It was cow's flesh and blood and all the other elements. So the milk came from cows, and cow is like a machine making changing blood and flesh and all other fats things into milk. Their calcium and all other things are there. So this is like a mission. It is making that. Now you have this milk, and out of that also you can produce new things, because it is natural process of that. So this is how we say that before this birth there was a birth, previous birth, because without a reason it cannot be produced. Now you see, it is produced without, it cannot be produced without a reason, without a karma. So now what is that reason? When we think about that, we know this physical matter, this material part of this body is each time it is changing. Okay, but there is something inside the body which was already there, and that only manifested in the form of body, that we call it sukshma sharira. This, or you know from Tattvabodha and Atmabodha, sukshma sharira was there. So now sukshma sharira has some elements in that, the 5 elements, the sukshma elements. So those elements manifest in different form. Like the milk was there in the body of cow, and that was in subtle form. It cannot be seen as milk, but after some process it become milk. Okay, so this is the connection that when you think about sukshma shariram, subtle body, it cannot be identified as the you cannot say this is a human being or cow or cat or dog or anything. You cannot say that, because the sukshma shariram doesn't hold any particular shape or particular quality of the physical body. It is holding, it is carrying the cause of this body. So that's the difference. So therefore, in sukshma shariram, there is no need to see any form in that, like a human form or anything that. But we can only think this is the body's part were there. So that like we can say DNA is very easy to understand. So DNA holds all the qualities to produce the physical body. But when you see DNA, that acid, you can't see the body there. It is in some other form. It has no form as a body, but it produces. And the seed produces the tree like this. Okay. So therefore, that is also we consider as a birth, right? Because that holds the all content of this producing body. That's why we call it as a birth. So that is the cause. That is what he says. Bhavi janmani anyat asad karma na bhunji deha sanchitam. And similarly, non-existent in next birth. Without a cause, the present birth cannot come. Therefore, the cause was there. It means you were there before in sukshma sharira, subtle body. Okay, you are there in sukshma sharira in your parents' body. Let us say that for the sake of understanding. You are there in your parents' body. Okay. Now you are separated from your parents after a process, and now after this body, when body dies, so after body's perishment, where you go, what would happen? Right? The same would happen. You will leave this physical body, the material cause here, because you took material cause from this earth only, the mother earth. Your parents ate food from this mother earth. So we give back this body to mother earth, and then the rest of the thing which was coming from there, that is sukshma shariram, again will go to another body and take another body. Now this cannot be seen. As I said, DNA, and as I said, the sukshma sharira, it cannot be seen. Anything cannot. There is no form can be seen, no action can be seen, but it is there. We have to accept it. It is completely there. So this is bhavi janma. So bhavi janma is also not non-existent, and before janma is also non-existent, and in between you have this physical body. This physical body is a present body. It is formed from food. Okay. So bhavi janmani asad karma na bhunjiteha sanchitam. So if you have not no you have no karma for another body, then if there is no cause, there is no result. There is no cause, there is no effect. So if you have done something, some karmas, some deeds here, so those deeds will lead you to another form of enjoyment, another form of experience. So this is the karma theory. Now why he is bringing here, if you think like this, if you take this part that I was existing before as with my Sukshma Shariram, and after this body also I will exist, then in between how can I identify this body as me? Therefore I am carrying this, I am there always. I am taking it, I took this body for my experience, a particular experience. So that's all. After this experience I am leaving this body and going to take another body, and you don't worry about it. You will get numerous body. How many of them you want, you will get it, because that is from God's no blessings. So there is no counts. So countless body. If you want to take more new bodies, you will get it like Vasamsi Jirnani Yathaviha. You will get it new cloths like that. So God is very kind for that. So he will keep on giving, and actually he wants you take many bodies and you go to you do new karmas and take new bodies and enjoy and cry and make all the nuisance and everything. He wants you, because you are here in this samsara, so you do all this. So therefore that is free. There is no worry for that. But if you want to cut this, you say, no, I don't want next body. This is enough. I want to stop here and let me leave this circle of body, death and birth. So then God says, then you have to do something special that I cannot provide, because this is not there in my menu of the things, actions. So this is it is for you. If you want to do, you take up this as your special sadhana, and you do this sadhana, study Vedanta, practice this, and misidentify yourself and destroy karma and all this practice. If you could do and you are you succeed in that, then I can do that. Otherwise I cannot stop giving body to you, so it will continue. So this is a special sadhana. This God cannot give you. You have to do it. God can only support. If you pray to God, God will support a little bit. That's all. But God cannot stop this circle of death and birth. So therefore, bhavi janma and this janma and before janma, this all, in all these three states, we were there. So in Bhagavad Gita second chapter also, Bhagavan says this. So why you are worrying about it? Avyaktadini bhudani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidhananiva tatra ka paridevana. Why you are so much worried about it? It is coming from unmanifested state to the manifested state, and then again goes to unmanifested state. and again you will be manifested. So then why you are so much worried about that? That's what Krishna is asking there. So this is a fixed theory, and you can say that this is completely proved. There is no logic further, no logic need to prove this. So therefore, now whatever you are having, whatever experiences, good and bad, you are having in this birth is your own things, your own karma. So that is the thing. Now you cannot blame anybody. So we have a rule in our karma theory, according to Vedanta and other philosophies as well, Sankhya, Yoga, and all other philosophies. The karma theory says akrita abhyagama krita pranasha. Akrita abhyagama. The word in Sanskrit. Akrita means what you have not done. Okay. And what you have not done, what you have not asked from God, it will not come to you. If it is coming, it means you have not asked, you have not done that mistake, and still you are getting the effect of that. It means you are suffering. It cannot happen, because this is a blame for the karma theory. Therefore, it cannot be accepted. So undeserved, what is undeserved? I think you understand that. You are not deserving that. So what is undeserved will not come to you. It cannot come. So what is, how you deserve it? Because you have asked for that, or you have done something for that, knowingly, unknowingly, whatever let it be, but you have done it. It is there in your storage. You are deposited it. Now after deposition of those karma, you are saying, no, I don't want the effect of that. It's not possible. So akrita abhyagama is not accepted in our karma theory. So what you have not done, what is not deserving for you, will not come to you. That's pakka. So that is you can completely accept that and analyze with this theory whatever you experience. So now you can think, you just take your life. You start from your childhood and how you changed and what are the karmas came to you, and it was all what you say, it was not your within your control, it was out of your control. It all came to you. Now if somebody asks why you are here, nobody can answer actually. You can just count the sequence. So I was there, I went to there, I went to see this and got this, connected this, all this. You can say. But if somebody asks why it happened, so there is no answer for that. So that answer is this, because it is coming sequentially. The sequence cannot be broken, and it will not be broken until you get the jnanam, until you get the self-realization. Till that, the sequence of karma will follow you exactly. There is no break, disconnection. So this is called akrita abhyagam. Now, if somebody says, no, I just got the birth, no, God just produced me. You see how much you are blaming the God. How can God just produce you without asking you? If God is producing you without asking you, without your permission, you have not done anything for that, then God is a bad man. Because he is not considering others' emotions or others' problem. He is just giving birth to anybody, anywhere. No, they are suffering, they are enjoying, they are making troubles to others, no, or terrorists and all those, they are making all these problems. So if just God produced like this, then it cannot be. So then what is the reason why he is doing that? Now we can't blame God like that. And he says, I don't take anybody's blame. I don't. I should not be blamed for this. So we think that God is all-pervading, almighty, merciful. No, this is the qualities we give to God. So such a God, how how that God can create without your permission? If you are not deserving that, how can God give you all this problem? So okay, people can think that if everything comes good, fortunately everything is good for you, then okay, it's all God's blessings. When you suffer, no, you had any time people thinking like that or saying that when you suffer, oh, this is also God's blessings. Actually both are blessings. From God's viewpoint or the karma point of view, the suffering is also blessings, because after suffering you will destroy the suffering. The karma is destroyed. Now that karma will not come back. Okay. And of course the happiness, enjoyment is enjoyment only, that you accept it. So enjoyment is also blessing. Suffering is also blessing. So because we accepted it, everywhere we accept it. Why we go to school? It is so troublesome in those age. Child know how trouble it is. Now we go to school and study and take up everything. Now people know many. I heard some stories. They are not sending their children to schools. No, they just teach them in their home, and that's enough. And if they want to learn language, things like that, nowadays it is quite possible. Everything is possible at home. So they are doing that because they don't want to see the faces of children crying and irritating, and they're carrying so much heavy books and things to schools. No, actually suffering it is. Now why you are taking this suffering? There is no reason why you give so much suffering, so much pain to that child. Unnecessary. You think that child will make the future and grow and make the future, no, with a good future and like that. No guarantee. After some time, we all studied in schools, and our parents also, they give so much so much money, and with the hard earning they spend. Now what happened? After completing schools, we left somewhere, and now they have nothing to do with us. So they lost. Their investment is completely lost. So it is not returning, no. So what they are getting? Now, how can they change the karma? Nobody can change. So we think the parents, we should, send children to the schools and do like that. Everything is okay. Normally we think that's correct. But what I'm saying is karma, how the karma leads there. So that we have to say that's the child's karma. That child is born in such and such a family, that they forcefully teach them and make everything like that. That's what's this thing. So if some parents, they are teaching at home, it should be supported, and we should encourage them, because that is very nice. After some time, no, they will learn everything, because learning language and things like this is not very hard work. You have to 10-15 years, you have to take all these troubles in the schools to just learn languages and then some this and that. No, not necessary. It can be done. Now you see, after mobile, no, we if we think that all old age people, they have not have no learning, no connection with the computers and programming software, all these are they are using mobile and everything, and now you are all in the online Zoom app, and you are using it, and you are there, everything. So how you learned? So it was not there in my school days. It was only basic computer knowledge, and in our schools there were only 2-3 computers in the office of our school. That's all. That is also a new thing. Nobody could go inside and touch it, and only they could see from outside and come. There is no only theory. We learned from that. This is how it works and all those things. But that is enough. After that, when it is needed, now I am using it. I have not learned anything from this, and I am not interested also. But whatever I need, I learned by just by playing it. I learned it, and I am doing it. So that is enough. This is how the knowledge and connection goes to the things. But when you need it, you will use it. The all farmers in India, the farmers, they are using it. They don't know how to use, but they are using it. They may not be so efficient in that, but they are doing it. So what I am saying is, the karma leads you. That karmas, how karma works, it is not in our control. So this is what the Acharya wants to say here. So whatever comes to you, it is your karma. It means it is their period, and it will come to you after also. So this is the bhavi janmani asat karma na bhunji deha sanchitam. So you have a sanchita karma. The sanchita karma means deposit of karma, accumulated karmas. So those karma deposit is there, that is very huge. It is what you say, eternal. It never destroys itself. So much is there. So it will come like this. Now, when we say there are karmas, eternal karma. The sanjida is eternal. It means you will get physical body every time. Now people ask, how can you say that? How can you prove I have so much of karmas? For that, you have to contemplate on your mind and how mind works, and how you see dreams, because most of your dreams are not of this birth, this present body. The most of your dreams are from somewhere else. And if that is not there, that software is not there, then how can you see the dream there? It means the dream is also programmed in your mind. No, we have to accept that. So similarly, when you go back, you can say that you could take this body, or you could get this body from your parents, particular family, the parents, because you are connected to that parents, those that family, and parents were also connected to you. So this is the connection happened. So then now how that connection happens, that is again the karma comes. So it is interesting to just think about that. But our point is, you were there even before. That is the only point we want to prove here. Before this body also you were there, and after this body you will leave. You will have your life. So body is only a present birth. So present birth, we call it as a birth. And now this birth, as I said before, this birth is also cannot be proved by yourself. It is The evidence given by others, you accept it. Now you have no experience of your birth. Have you experience of your birth? No. You don't see, you have no experience of how you were born. You don't remember all this. So it means you are only in a channel, you came to that channel and entered into that, then came out with a body, that's all. So you have no birth, you are just were traveling from one state to another state. Like the dream state to physical state, you are just traveling, your mind was traveling there. So you don't consider the dream state as a new birth and the waking state as it again new birth. Right? Because you know, I was there, I am here, I am the only one. When there, the same person came back. So there is no birth and death story. The same story happens for this physical body also. The only your parents were kind enough to show you your date of birth, that they said, no, you were born in this date. So you accept it. That's the only proof. But actually you were born much before. No, maybe 8 months before you were born in that mother's womb. So that is the, if you want to take the physical birth also, that is the birth. That date is the birth. So therefore, that is clear. Now, this body cannot be me, and I am beyond this body. I have no birth and death. So, as I said, this is a practice. What we are thinking here is, when you are, as I said, when you take food, do prayer, a small prayer, and just apply this theory, this point, and bring this point into your mind, and just do prayer. I was not born, I was there always, and this body is my home now. So I am sitting in this, and to maintain this body, I need to take this food. So I am taking it. So by that meditative mode, applying this mindfulness, you just take your food. So then that food taken becomes sattvic food, and your mind will be calm. So this is the meditation. It can be practiced while taking food, and when you are in work, that time also you can do. When you walk, when you sit, when you practice yoga exercise, when you talk. So in all actions we can do that. Okay, so then don't be worried about what is happening with the body. So this is the actual practice, and there is no imagination in this. This is actual. This means the fact. This is the fact. This is what is happening. Now you are not imagining that this is going to like this, going like this. No, there is no imagination in Vedanta. Vedanta is realistic philosophy, realistic. Whatever we practice here is with reality. So what is there, we practice it. That's all. The imagination and all other forms and colors, nothing needed here. Just know what is happening, and that you accept it. That's all. You just discriminate and accept it. So this is the Annamaya Kosha practice it can do. And now the second kosha is Pranamaya. The internal of physical body. We can say the internal to the physical body is called Pranamaya. Now the food you consumed went inside the stomach. Stomach did the process, and food is divided, and then it goes to different levels, and then we become energy. It goes to cells, and cells makes energy. So the body creates energy, and now food become energy, right? It's a long process. I just described it you in 2 sentences. So this food become energy. What does it mean? Now what we said in last shloka regarding physical body is, with food, without food, physical body cannot exist. So physical body is sustained by food. That is what is said. Now you see that is not true. Physical body is sustained by food. That's okay from the that level, gross level. But actually the food goes inside, and that food change into the form of energy. Now food is not food. The whole material changed into cellular energy, right? Now that cellular energy is the body. It means cellular energy is maintaining the body. It creates new cells and connected things, and whatever body needs, everything is created there in that form. And this multiplication and the generation of this cell process is happening with some special energy applied into that. Into that means that energy we got from food, as well as water, as well as from outside oxygen, outside air. So mainly three things: water, food, and air. So we got accumulated this, and body is a machine. Body have different parts to process all these three: water and air and these things. And processing it, body makes this energy. Now you are energetic. If without food, or taking very less food, minimum food also, if your body is able to create this energy, then you don't need food. Therefore yogis slowly they reduce the food, and then they live without food, because you don't need food for the body. This the maintenance of the body is done by the energy. If you can create energy in some other way, some other process, by yoga, no, by practice of these all things, anything, or medicines or anything, it is created. So we can't say food is essential. So there are many substitutes for the food. We have so many what you say, the food, processed food, and other things, and then the capsules are there, some medicines are there. So substitute for the food. The people go to work on outside, or if they don't have food, even in army they use other food, types of food, what they need. So because body must have some things, some fuel to create the energy. That's all. So now air, water, and food, when we just change it into energy, so that energy is the form of prana. So that become a prana, the pranic body. So thus the energy is there in the food, energy is there in the water, energy is there in the air, prana. So these are, is called pranic body. And this prana, we have two types of prana. One is the prana, we call it personalized prana. That is, we call as a prana, apana, vyana, samana, and all those 5 types of prana. It is personalized prana, because that prana is used to maintain this body physically, the individual body. This is a personalized prana. And there is a impersonal prana. an impersonal prana, which is all pervading. So that is, we call it as Hiranyagarbha, the universal prana. Universal prana, we call it Mukhya prana also in Vedanta. So Mukhya prana or universal prana, it's also pranic body. As we know from Tattva Bodha, we have individual body as well as universal body, right? Microcosm and macrocosm, that both are there. So that universal prana is manifested into this physical or individual prana. So that is called Pranamaya Kosha. So therefore, we can say this pranic body is inside the Annamaya Kosha. As I said, no, why we say inside? Because the Anna, the food items, after process, it changed into energy. Okay. Therefore, we say it is inside that. That's all. It is subtler than food, subtler than the form of food, and whatever chemical changes are there in the food. It is subtler than all that. That is called Pranamaya Kosha. So this we will see in next section, Pranamaya and Manomaya. So for today's this meditation is physical body, and how this physical body is separated from you, how karma is separated. You don't worry about the bundle of karmas you are having. People are so much worried about their karma, and they go to keep on asking, what would happen to me next, and what is my karma, how is going to happen, all these. So no, there is no need to think about. We just disconnect that. Those whatever may be the karma, I am not that karma, I am different from that karma. Karma will manifest its own, let it come. If it is manifesting like that, okay. If you are not enjoying it, just pray to God and just request to God, give an application and request that just you give some help. Just I want to be little relaxed. So if you can make me little relaxed, that's okay, that's fine. But you don't ask God or our Bhagavan to take away my karmas and destroy my karma. Then he will not take your request, because he will say, no, that I cannot do. Your request is not acceptable. Therefore, you can just say, you don't need to take the karma, you just to give some relaxation, some peace, that's all. So that maybe he can do little bit. So that's possible. So just don't worry about the karma, separate the karma, separate the physical body, and then be in that. And you are, even now, you are actually that only. So you have there is no connection with all this, right? So meditate on this. Thank you. Hari Om Narayana.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Swamiji, just want to, one is a question, one is there's a doubt. One, the question is, whatever we are suffering in this life, is it a cause of what we are doing in this life or previous birth? So,
We have already discussed, because there are mix of both.
Okay.
From there and from this.
And the doubt is that I heard many people saying and read about is also that our birth in this earth, we choose the family we want to go to.
Correct.
Is it a fact?
Yeah, that is also correct. You choose the family, you choose the parents, you choose the family, you choose your partner, you choose your children, you choose your friends, you choose your job, you choose your life, whatever you happening. Now you choose this, even the Vedanta study also you choose. Everything you choose.
So it's all predestined, or we are doing our own choice.
Yeah, but the thing is, this this is not happening in your conscious mind. It is happening from the subconscious mind. Therefore, you are not aware about. That's all. Now, after marrying, no, when some problem, some quarrel happens, people quarrel because we have had many quarrels. So they say, no, you destroyed my life and you like this, you are not good and all those. No, there are, you know what they say. But actually, the reality is both choose both. Now, why, if somebody asks why you are now with the girl or the boy, why, what is the reason? So there is no reason. You choose it, and now if you have the trouble, that's also
Only
is
choice.
that you have to accept it and just then maintain with this
You have.
changing the ideas. That's all. So therefore, try to connect with the subconscious mind, because if you could connect the subconscious mind, then you can really know what is happening and what is going to happen, and everything will be clear. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Narayan.
Om Namo Narayana, Swamiji. May I ask something? With your permission. Swamiji, as you said about the theory of karma.
Kakadi is very alert.
Please,
Swamiji,
can you open the video? Okay.
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay.
Swamiji, as you said about the theory of karma, any man on earth or any bhuta, any individual soul on earth cannot escape karma, I suppose.
Correct.
Even Bhagwan Rama, Bhagwan Krishna, when they took birth or when they appeared on this earth, they also could not escape the karma, right?
Therefore, they are avatars.
Yes, and they have maybe that they have suffered or they have experienced karma to show the path to the individual, to the human beings, that one cannot escape karma. One shade, and another shade is that if there are karmas in every individual's life, I suppose that every individual has good and bad karma, and he has to experience both. If there are sufferings, there are some enjoyments also, there are joys also. So, and the third thing is that how did karma come into being? The first human being, the Manu, or we say the earliest man, he didn't come with any karma because there was no birth before that, right? So,
no, that's not correct. That's not correct.
The play of God.
Even Manu had his karma because he had some previous good karmas, rituals and punyam. Therefore, he got that post. No, he got that special post as a Manu. Manu is a name of post, like president and prime minister. Like we have a post. No, this is a post as a position. So, with certain karmas, special karmas, he become Manu, a creator, a ruler, the first ruler of a particular creation.
Okay, got it, granted. And thereafter, the cycle of karma started. After Manu, the cycle of karma started. So, if there were any bad karmas or good karmas, so the bad karmas also were experienced on this earth, right? And the results were experienced in further janmas, right? So this cycle of karma, I think it's a perpetual thing, and it is God's play on.
It goes on moving.
And it's perhaps God is enjoying our sufferings and all that. I suppose that's why He has given us karmas, both good and bad.
That is why that is just we think like that. Now we can't say seeing all this God is crying. That's not a good sense, no. If you want to do bhakti, devotion towards God, we think that he's playing and he's enjoying it, whatever happening. Like no, your children when they were very small, when they play each other and quarrel each other, parents used to see and enjoy them. Okay. So similarly, we just think like that. God is also enjoying, and if we know this and accept this, then we have devotion towards God, and we accept God, and then our life start changing. So this is the benefit out of this. Now we cannot make a God like always crying, seeing all these problems, and he is crying on, crying. And how can we pray to a God who is himself crying for always? So he cannot help anybody. He's
I did say
giving
God is
happiness.
crying.
So let God be free, God be playful, God be merciful, God will let God be the happiest existence, like that. Then we can contemplate on that. If he has that all those things, then only he can provide us. If he is not having happiness, how can he provide happiness to us? So let it be like that. That's the concept, like that we think about God, and it should be like that. Because what we think as wrong or right or wrong, it's according to each person is different. No, we can't say that the what I think is right for everybody. No, it's not right. Therefore, the right for God something else is right. We don't know what is right for God. So what God thinks as right is right for God, and what we think what I think as my right, I am following it. So now there is, if we could connect the right, what is right with God and what is right with me, if I can connect it, then you will come universe. Your existence become universe, because you accept the God's mind.
Yeah, but God has himself said that he is Sat as well as Asat. He is Sugandh as well as Durgandh. So
Yeah,
there
right.
is nothing right and wrong for him.
Yeah, yes,
It's
correct.
only our thinking that makes it
Yeah,
right and wrong.
that's
But
completely right.
yeah, but what about the karmas of, I say, like the Bhagwans, the Ishwaras, like Rama and Krishna? Their life was not easy. They had to suffer a lot.
You
They had to fight.
see that I told you, they are called incarnations. Why it
Yes.
is divine incarnation? Because what we see that physically or their family and all those problems they had, but from inside they were detached from all those. They were all Jivan Muktas. But in from our perception, it is seen like this. And when they come to this drama, they want take this form, they incarnate into this world of this drama. So they become like this, because they have to show this. Otherwise they just sit in one place and do all this. You will not they cannot teach others, so they want to teach others. So teaching that what they teach, you go to this life, you have this problem, this problem, this problem. Now you see in Krishna's life, there were from the birth, there were problems only.
Yes,
But
yes,
he was
exactly.
always laughing. He was managing all those problems. So what he shows, you see, you will also have these problems and you manage it. Okay. Now Rama Sri Rama also had so many problems. And now just now we completed Navaratri. So Navaratri, if you see Saptasadi, Chandipat, and so many problems were created by people and Asuras and all those. So Devi appeared and managed it. So this is the story what we said. Why then when we hear these stories, we will accept that, and we will be confident that we can manage this problem. This family should be managed. Even our Krishnas and they are all managed like this. Similarly, we can also manage. So you will get a confidence and some inner strength to make that clear. That's all. So that is why we say an ideal. Why they are all ideals? Because we get some inspiration from them. So we always try to make an ideal of our perfection. So we find our perfection in someone, and then we follow it. That's what we say. So we get some inspiration. Yeah, right.
So in a nutshell,
Thank
we
you.
can say that life is all about management.
That's
Management of
always
Sukha Dukha.
that obviously.
Hari Om Swamiji, Pranamam.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you.
Swamiji, universal prana manifest as in the embodied soul as prana within us. So
Yeah, you can just play, switch on the videos so that I can see you.
No other questions, Swamiji.
video came, Swamiji.
Yeah, okay.
Swamiji, universal prana manifest as individual individual prana.
Mm.
So this Vayu and the universal prana, how we have to that.
Yeah, Vayu is again a vehicle of prana. Prana is not only there in the Vayu, prana is there in each and every manifestation, as in the form of energy. We know the matter and energy, no?
Yes.
There the energy is Mukhya Prana, Hiranyagarbha. It is not only in the air, what the air, oxygen, or like that. It is there in another form also. Everything, wherever the energy is formed, even in small things like a stone and things like that, everywhere it is there.
Everything we have to see as prana.
Yeah, when we take pranas in universal sense, it is everywhere. The main vehicle, main instrument of prana, or through which prana enter into other forms, it's like air. Air is one of that. Yes.
That exists only in Antariksha.
No,
Vayu.
it doesn't mean, how can you say only exists in Antariksha? When we take Mukhya Prana, it is everywhere. Everywhere means not only in Antariksha.
Beyond Antariksha also.
Beyond and wherever the energy is there. That's
Oh.
okay. Thank you. Okay. So we conclude with this. Thank you. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.